The purpose of the informative speech is to convey information or knowledge so your audience understands your topic more comprehensively. In short, the informative speech can raise awareness, awaken interest, and enlighten your audience. An important guideline for the informative speech is that it does not persuade or advocate for a particular cause or purpose. The informative speech needs to be communicated clearly, accurately, and grippingly to your specific audience. Precision and accuracy of information you're presenting must be top priorities when delivering an informative speech. Now, there are 4 kinds of informative speeches that we'll be discussing. 1. Descriptions and objects. 2. Processes. 3. Events. And 4. Explanations or concepts. Many of your informative speeches will be derived from some sort of object, which may be defined as something that is tangible or secure in form. Objects may be people, places, things, animals, buildings, structures, or cars, and just to name a few. If you decide to explain the evolution of your object, you may want to consider organizing your speech chronologically. If you decide to describe particular features of your object, consider using the spatial order to organize your message. Generally speaking, many of the informative speeches that fall under the object category will be organized using the topical order. When delivering speeches about processes, you're expressing a chain of actions that lead to an outcome, result, or product. The process speech clarifies how something is done, made, or how something works. Now, there are 2 different directions you could take in the process speech. The first direction is to explain the steps of the process, how those steps relate to each other, and how that leads to a final output. Now, the second direction you could take a process speech would be to explain how to perform the respective steps of the process that lead to an end result. The strongest organizational strategy to use would be the chronological order, which starts at the beginning of the process and goes through each of the steps involved until you reach the end of the process and the final output. An informative speech about an event may be defined as a happening. The key in informing your audience about an event is to emphasize the meaning of the event in language that helps your audience understand its true level of importance. Therefore, the causal organizational strategy would be appropriate for this kind of speech. Speeches about concepts embrace theories, ideas, principles, and philosophies, topics that are more abstract in form. If you're discussing an explanation concept topic, you must be able to define the concept's main points or parts, its significance, and concrete examples to make it more real for your audience to comprehend. Because a discussion about abstract ideas may be difficult for your audience to grasp, special consideration to use visual aids would help your audience understand your message easier. Having highlighted the 4 types of informative speeches, please refer to your textbook for more concrete examples of these different 4 types of speeches. A strong audience analysis will help you know the level of knowledge your audience may have about your topic, guiding you to know what and how to present your information. Other findings you can learn from your audience survey will help you build a bridge between your topic and the relevance of your topic and to the audience's interest and needs. The goal of a public speaker is to take the most complex ideas and simplify them for your audience by using understandable words. More than likely, your audience will be thinking, "What's in it for me?" And your job is to fill in those blanks and answer that question for them. If you are able to relate your speech specifically to the needs of your audience, you'll be a very successful public speaker. A common error made by public speakers is delivering an informative speech that tries to pack in too much information that an audience member cannot realistically absorb. Limiting your main points to between 2 and 5 will allow you not to overwhelm your audience with too much information. The quality of your information in your speech needs to be accurate and timely. In addition, take extra care in citing your sources accurately and quote your material in its proper context.